Rupert here from Grounded Permaculture, coming to you from the Numinbah Valley, the beautiful Numinbah Valley, another perfect June winter's day. And I just want to give you guys a little update of this, the latest bush regen we are doing on a slow moving landslip. And I'm walking through some of the really squelchy bits right now. You can see here, if I spin around so you don't have the sun in your face, this here is very, very wet. And this entire hillside is slowly slipping away. That steep bit never used to be there. These trees are all moving by themselves, including this brush box here. And what I want to show you is the species that we're using in these really wet, soppy conditions, right? Because not all plants are going to survive in these sort of basically saturated conditions. So especially in this really wet area where the water's moving through slowly under the soil, the main species we've got going is the Lomandra longifolia and hystrix, which is just an amazing plant, right? Edible as well. You can eat the white stems out of it, kind of like a celery, I guess you could say. And we've got Casuarina. I can't remember the last name, but it's a Casuarina. Also can handle the wet, boggy conditions. We've got sandpaper figs. They can take these wet conditions as well. So this whole little zone right here is literally basically those three species. Because they can handle the wet, and because we were limited in what species we could get this time of year, because apparently it's been a big year for regen, so the supplies are really low on stock. Then on those edges around that really wet area, we've got things like the silky oak, we've got the lily pillies, the syzygiums right here, and the acacias, melanoxin, and the eucalyptus grandis. They can also take quite a bit of water, but not fully saturated. Now, the other thing that I want to share with you about this job, which, you know, you can see the boys over there, it extends right around the landscape there and up the hill here, is that I kind of stuffed up the calculations with the spacing, right? So when I spaced out this job to work out the density of the planting, I sort of basically just mapped the whole area on Google Earth. I was like, yep, that's where we got to plant. Worked out it was 5,000 square meters, and we got 2,000 trees. So I'm like, okay, that's, you know, one tree every 2.5 square meters. And so we set about doing that. But what I didn't do on this job, which I did do on the other jobs, was factor in all of these little clusters of dense or really steep bush, like and scrub and regrowth. And there's quite a bit, right? You can see here, that steep section of Crofton weed, all this lantana and cassia senna. I didn't subtract that out. So we basically done what I thought would be the whole site and only got half the trees in. So now we're having to open up another section down there, and we're planting much more dense to basically get those numbers of trees in the ground. It's kind of a bit of a bonus, right, for the client, because they're getting more area covered with less trees, and we're kind of having to wear that a little bit because it's basically more labor because we're covering more ground, and it's a really tricky site, right? We were spoilt with the tree planting on a riverbank with just grass as our thing that we have to clear back. This is a really tough site. It's steep. There's big potholes of, you know, sometimes ankle deep water that you fall into. There's all this scrubby stuff. We're like right up in the hills. Only our farm ute can get up here. Much more challenging site, but we're doing it. We're getting through it, and it should be only about 2 more days and we'll be able to walk away from this site with another 2,000 trees in the ground. All right, that's a little update from me. I hope you got some value out of this video. And if you get any value, like, subscribe, check out our other videos, and drop a comment. Love to hear from you. Peace.